Hey there guys, so I decided to make a video on this because I feel like it's necessary to clear some stuff up. I made a comment under a TMZ post that spoke about 𝘱𝘰𝘮𝘦's case on his accusations and his allegations, and it gathered over 6,000 likes so far, in which under the comments, yes, I did get a lot of attacks, and obviously, you know, I commented publicly, so that is naturally going to happen. And I feel like a lot of people are getting the wrong message, and the reason why I'm making this video too is because the novel that I have been working on, the character Elizabeth is actually a victim of domestic violence. And let me tell you that the way that she actually addressed this was she reached out to the cops first. So my point is that before you accuse law enforcement or court of not doing what they need to do for you to be safe, you need to have gone through them first. And you need to also understand that when it comes to law enforcement, there are a few bad apples. There are a few bad apples that will either are not trained, either they're rookies as well, and don't know how to handle the situation. And yes, there are bad apples out there. However, before you get to blaming anybody, you need to make the effort and go make a police report. Yes, you have to do it. You have to do that first, because how are people going to believe you? It's like I can make a video right now accusing 𝘱𝘰𝘮𝘦 of anything and expect people to feel pity for me, and what's that gonna say? This is gonna say that anybody can actually make a video or go to any magazine or go to any newspaper and make an allegation without a police report, and now everybody is going to support me because I just simply made an allegation. And if I do that and it's accepted by the public, then everybody else is going to do it as well, and that's not fair, because we have to deal here with fairness, you guys. Now here is the sad part about real victims of any kind of assault. A person that did not consent, right? Or a person that experienced domestic abuse. There have been cases in which they have reached out to law enforcement and nothing was ever done because they didn't have enough proof, or they didn't have evidence. There are some abusers out there that are extremely calculated. They know how to get their way around things. And in my novel, the character Elizabeth experienced domestic abuse. But instead of going out there and telling everybody, hey, this happened to me, going out to the media, going out to social media, she actually did try. Elizabeth tried to go to law enforcement. As a matter of fact, this character was transported to a domestic violence shelter, a shelter for women that have been battered, but there was no police report. You're gonna find out in the novel why. It's wild, it's crazy, and one of the reasons why I wrote this novel, to tell you a little bit about me, I am a former small publisher editor. The reason why, it's because I want women to know and understand that before you blame a certain group or a certain person, do what you need to do first. Get that out of the way. If it doesn't work out, then go to the next level as best as you can. Okay? But going to social media first before going to the police, that's just not okay. I'm going to go ahead and read here for you the description that I placed under the video in case you missed it. But before I get to reading it, there are some people under the comments that were saying, oh, you know, people like that, for example, we were talking about 𝘠𝘰𝘮𝘢, people like him or whoever it is that is being accused, because people like him is because it's the reason why women wait 20 to 30 years before saying something. This is the thing that I want to get to. You can't come out decades later unless you tried. You have to file a police report. You can't wait decades. You cannot wait decades to come out on social media, because then there's going to be everybody else that's going to want to do the same thing on social media because they're getting attention as well. That is not valid. You need to learn that you need to try. You need to try. Please remember that this video is only for entertainment purposes only. There's no professional legal advice, no professional mental health advice, no professional financial advice, no professional advice whatsoever. Anything that you hear here may be my own reactions, thoughts, allegations, my own assumptions, and my own opinion. And it goes like this. To those telling me that I am shaming victims of assault, know that I will never foster or support accusations merely via social media. They mean nothing. Before you blame law enforcement and the justice system, you need to do the right thing first. If you are a real victim and have real evidence, then take it to the police right then, not TikTok. If you had the energy and confidence to go on TikTok as a grown woman, you should have gone to the cops first. I'm almost done writing a novel in which a victim of domestic abuse was not able to gather the necessary evidence to prove domestic violence, and it costed her silence, shaming, and a lifetime full of unnecessary consequences. Some victims of abuse can't even gather real evidence to the police because their abusers were so calculated. That is sad. In this case, this TikToker thought going to TikTok instead of the police would be her gateway to popularity, in my opinion. So stop gaslighting me about victim shaming. She needed to do the right thing. End of story. I do not buy her story. I'm just a commenter, just like you. Now we're gonna go all the way up. It says here, so did 𝘠𝘰𝘮𝘢 accuser go to the police before going to TikTok? I will consider to study her claims once I see the police reports from that very same night. From the very same night. That's because you don't go to police after a failed TikTok get famous, get rich viral quick move. You don't go after your claims are shut down by commenters. And then the content from the previous day. This is getting out of control. A fan on TikTok claims 𝘠𝘰𝘮𝘢 assaulted her a night after one of his shows. Sources have reported that she took a picture with him, later engaged in conversation via Instagram, and both consented to meet at a hotel allegedly at 2 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, this is... Alright, we're gonna go ahead and skip a little bit. We're gonna head over to update of March 23rd, 2025. Now there is another woman that opened up to People magazine regarding inappropriate behavior from 𝘠𝘰𝘮𝘢 from when she was an employee of his to add up. I guess more will come because they see the bag and the attention, in my opinion. The point is that many people get falsely accused as well. So my point is not to shame real victims, but to remind people that using any type of media, press, or social media platforms is no form of authentic accusation. You need to file a report. There are a lot of people that get falsely accused too, and it's not fair. 𝘠𝘰𝘮𝘢 may have cheated on his wife, but now all these women are seeing how the other one is getting attention, so they're jumping in. If I wanted right now, I could make a video accusing him of inappropriate behavior. So will I get pity and attention too? If true, she didn't care enough to file a police report. There's a reason why law enforcement and court regulations and procedures are in place. 𝘨𝘰𝘮𝘢 is innocent until proven guilty. So you guys, the point is, we can't normalize. We can't say it's okay to wait decades and then all of a sudden use a platform to make a claim without a police report. In my opinion, just unacceptable. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. What I say does not go. I'm not trying to sound like sarcastic, but I am not a district attorney nor an assistant district attorney. I don't make the rules. This is just my opinion. I'm just a commenter like anybody else. And I wanted to tell the relation, the how this gets related to the novel that I am writing. Now, if you found this video valuable, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get more updates on the novel. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.